Hi you guys, it's Brooke with Seaside Guidance, here to give a message for twin flames. And first I want to apologize for not making a video in just a short bit, but had some personal things going on. Actually have started school again and been traveling for work, so I just was not able to and needed a little bit of a break. But here I am again, and wanted to make sure that you know that I'm here for you guys, and I give you the messages that it is that you are needing and wanting so much from Spirit. So we are going to, I already prayed over your cards, and we're just going to go ahead and let my guides take us where they want to take us. And I just wanted to make sure to explain that to you guys. Also, so you know, my website is up and running, seasideguidance.com. You can book a personal reading with me there. I also have some love ritual kits and some other products for sale there, so please do check that out. And with that, we're going to go ahead and get started. I will have the information in the description box below for my website. Angel Spirit Guides, messages please for twin flames. And I also thought that it was appropriate, or I felt led today that I just clearly heard my guides say it's time to get back. So and to do the twin flame message. So anyway, all right, just gonna take the top card, inner child, communication. So somebody, and bottom of the deck is divine intervention. I'm gonna go ahead and show it to you. I didn't feel like I was done shuffling yet, but since I saw it, definitely need to show it to you. So somebody is doing inner child work, and I just heard lack. So I think it's gonna be that there's a lack of communication here currently. Okay, I'm sorry, just give me 1 minute, please, because my guides have messages that are coming through to me, and I want to make sure that I say them properly. Please tell me again. Communicate about inner child work. Shadow work. I just heard the word shadow work. There's divine intervention. This is either with you or your counterpart, and you'll know, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. You'll know if the message is for you or not. Counterpart. Okay, so I just heard counterpart. So your counterpart is having inner child work. Maybe they're wanting to communicate about inner child work, or you have communicated to them that they have inner child work to do, but it's like divine intervention. Triggered. I just heard the word triggered. So maybe this inner child work is being triggered currently by the divine. All right, let's just keep going. Messages, please, for twin flames. And I do ask that all messages bring healing and hope and help inspire. Any other messages, please, from this deck for those on their twin flame journey? Children, past life. So, past life soulmate, childhood. Hold on 1 second, please. So you guys could have possibly, well, you've been together in a past life before. Possibly you had children in a past life. Okay, so what my guides are showing me are, it's like children, like angels almost, but like, okay, I'm just going to tell you guys what I see, and just so you guys know too, I'm very clairvoyant and clairaudience. So a lot of times I will see little motion pictures, or I'll hear words. Also clairsentience, so sometimes I'll feel things. But right now, what it is that my guides are showing me is angels, like kid angels, like on the top of a cloud, and they're looking down and watching people walking around, like walking around the earth. And it's almost like what they're seeing is like, this is hard to explain. So it's almost like I am in the place of these children, and I am seeing them like zoning in on you guys, like you and your person. So possibly children that you guys have had in a past life might be your part of your spirit guide team. Bottom of the deck is commitment. So there might be commitment or children that is preventing your counterpart from being able to come forward. Okay, I just heard here, so I'm being led to a different deck. And I apologize if this seems like it's all over the place. It kind of feels like it's all over the place for me also. Any other messages you have, please, for twin flames? Ancestor of memory. It's exactly, okay. And then hunter of gifts. So the gift could be children in the future, possibly. Bottom of the deck is strength. Ancestor of memory, but this is what, okay. So my guys just had me put the card here, and it's like it falls under this past life and children. So this is just confirmation for me that what I was seeing, that possibly children you guys have had in a past life, or maybe just you guys as individually, could be part of your spirit guide team. And I wonder, so, and this might just be for a select few, but what my guides, what I just heard is, have possibly, if any of you done like some past life, like regression type work, where maybe you've learned that you've had children in a past life, possibly with this person. And then this hunter of gifts, this inner child work, either you or your person is doing, it seems like it's your person, whoever it is that ran, that when they do this inner child work, that possibly they've been, I just saw like a block, like a hand, like almost like a talk to the hand. So maybe this person has been blocking inner child work, but when they actually release, and I just saw hands going like this, so when they possibly open up and release this block, I just saw the Two of Swords in my mind's eye as well. So maybe this person has been preventing to do inner child work in the past, but now once they release, and I saw the swords open up and the hands open up, this inner child work they do, sorry, my guides are showing me something else. I see butterflies like coming from a person, and like butterflies flying out. So the transformation this person is going to go through because of this inner child work they're doing, that is the gift. The transformation is the gift. I just saw a butterfly coming out of a box, a wrapped box. Transformation is the gift. Possibly this person is not, okay, I just saw a person like shaking their head back and forth no, and like backing into a corner. So maybe this person is just lacking the strength to actually do this inner child work, but I do believe that they are aware that it needs to be done. And I do believe they are aware of your connection as well, for whoever this is for. Anything else from this deck, please? Anything else from this deck? Angel, spirit guides. Strength at the bottom of the deck again. And you guys saw me shuffle that. Hunter of paths and ancestor of guidance. This person is being guided to do this inner child work. I just saw somebody sitting down and being lifted up by like these giant hands out of the sky. And these giant hands come and lifting this person up and setting them on solid ground, setting them on their feet, to have them move forward. They're being guided to do this work. I just heard they know it. And when they do this work, that is what is going to set them on their path to their destiny. In the meantime, you also, so now I just saw two people but they have like a wall in between them. But it was two different hands picking somebody up off the ground that was like sitting Indian style, picking that person off the ground and setting them on solid ground. And both of you guys, even if separated, you're both being guided to walk your path forward. It's heard the word alignment. It's like even if there isn't a coming together at this point, you're still in alignment by moving forward on your path. Now I just saw if somebody is being held back, one person still moves forward. I just saw, I just have to show you. So pretend this person, my guys just showed me like if two people are walking forward, I saw one getting like this, pushed back. So even if this person, the message here for that is even if this person doesn't embrace this journey, it's that you continue walking and don't allow someone else to hold you back. And I just saw the wall like kind of crumbling. So possibly there is going to be some communication soon because the wall is coming down, but you guys still have to make sure that you're not letting that hold you back. Don't let waiting for this communication hold you back. Don't let somebody refusing to do the work hold you back. You still keep moving forward. Because it's your destiny. Part of the journey is showing that you're strong enough to get through it and get past it. Let's just see where else we go, please. I want to know more about this person. Remember, there's no gender in tarot. But I immediately wanted to say divine masculine. Tell me about where in this journey is this divine masculine? Whoever this is for. Where are they in this journey? Empress. So this is you standing in your power, getting stronger. Ten of Wands at the bottom. Possibly, you know, there's walking forward with a lot of burdens. Possibly a lot of pain, a lot of baggage. But you are the Empress. All the queens wrapped into one, and you cannot forget that. But it's embracing your divinity. I almost want to say divineness, but your divinity. And it's showing how strong you are, that strength card. Showing how strong you are because of all the things that you've been through, that this is going to make you stronger. And if you think about the Empress also represents birth. And then you have inner child here. You have children here. It's like this rebirth. It's like it's rebirth. And the children may not be like having children in the future. Possibly take what resonates, leave what doesn't. You know, there's a lot of things that go into that. A lot of different factors that go into that. But it's like you both, by doing the inner work individually, it's like you're like the children and growing up to be, you know, these adults and who it is that you're actually meant to be. Any other messages, please? The Lovers. It did come out in reverse. So this is a Four of Swords on the bottom, which is healing. So possibly if one of you have like poured everything into this and the other one has not. And that is what you're healing from. Healing from disappointment and things being off balanced. It's the connection not happening necessarily in your timing, and that's something you have to release. You have to release that. Because it's all in divine timing, our favorite word, right? Tell me about this Lover's card in reverse. Judgment. So being at a crossroad, Chariot, bottom of the deck. Being at a crossroad because maybe things have not been happening the way that you've wanted or wished it to be. Not seeing eye to eye. Maybe this person is realizing now, possibly through a loss of this connection, who it is that you are. And now it's like being at this crossroads and having to make a decision. Remember before I saw that Two of Swords? That to me is also, it's like a stalemate, being at a crossroads and having to make a decision too. But it's you needing to make a decision to move forward and standing in your power, not letting someone else hold you back. Remember how I saw those people? And you still having to move forward, even if things don't work out up to this point the way that you've wanted it to. It doesn't mean that it's not going to. Part of this journey, and one of the biggest lessons of this journey, is having to do the work and travel some of it alone. And I know that we don't want to hear that, but it's, you know, you have to be two whole people coming together to be one whole person. You can't both be half people dependent on each other in order to make each other happy, because that's, you know, until you guys are happy of who you are as individuals, you know, the union can't happen. Once you release that expectation and you release someone else needing to fulfill you and make you whole, that is when union happens. The Fool. And I do have the Knight of Wands on the bottom of the deck. And the Knight of Wands is, you know, is very desirable. It's, you know, taking a leap of faith forward, walking in blind faith. It's a new beginning. Remember how my guys just showed me too about you guys being almost like starting out again as children? That's where the Fool is. The Fool is like starting out in life. It's a new beginning. There's a new beginning here for each of you as individuals, so that you can walk your path and follow your destiny. I just heard the word Casanova. So possibly this person, your person, was like, came in as like your knight in shining armor, but then left as quick as he came. He or she. No gender in tarot. So possibly this person now is having this judgment moment about their past behavior, wanting to do the work, wanting to communicate, realizing what's now been lost and who you are because of what now is gone wrong. It's like you moving forward. So whoever of you have decided just to move on with your life and not let this person hold you back anymore, it's like it's waking this person up to realize what your worth is. And if you end up deciding to take this person back whenever they decide to come back and do the work and get themselves out of this corner, you know, that they back themselves up to, when they stop blocking the connection and blocking doing the work, you know, it'll be up to you at that point if you accept them back into your life in that capacity. But Spirit is telling you to continue to walk forward, continue to stand in your power. I just heard karmic lessons. So remember, there's good karma and there's bad karma, right? What people think about. But if you've been loyal and faithful and diligent and doing the work, you know, you're going to be rewarded for that. It's good karma. But there's definitely some karmic lessons that are being learned, and there's karmic lessons that have to be learned in order for you guys to be able to move forward as individuals and together. What's going on with this person that ran, please? What's going on with this person that ran? You're going to be okay, though. You're going to be okay, and you have to know that you're going to be okay. Continue to tell yourself that. So we have date, meeting someone new, dating, getting back out there, plan, set a date, and we also have outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. So this is you not getting stuck in the past. And if this person, your person, has decided to not do the work, this is just confirmation about not allowing that to hold yourself back. Do not let it hold you back, because that, Spirit will bring someone to you that will love you and appreciate you in the capacity that you deserve to be. So it's, and yes, it's currently, if you're watching this, now it's, or soon after I post this, I do believe this is a timeless message, and when you are supposed to receive it, you will. But I know it's hard to get out with being pandemic and everything. But it's, my guides, I think my guides are saying for you to do that, to be happy. I just heard be happy. And I just saw a girl or a lady, woman, like looking up at me and smiling. As she looks up, she's smiling. So this is my guide saying they want you to be happy and they want you to smile. They don't want you to be sad. And they just showed me this, how I set that date card on top of this lover's card, that you will have your knight in shining armor. And look, under that, Ace of Cups, complete emotional fulfillment, new beginning. So once you decide to release the pain of the past, and at this crossroad, determine what it is that you're now going to walk towards, step forward to, that you're going to be blessed. You're going to be blessed with love. I just heard kindness. You're going to be blessed with somebody that's kind and that understands emotion, and that has a lot of emotion for you as well, and a lot of desire. But making sure that you don't get stuck in your head. And don't think that just because someone or your person hurt you in the past, that next person's going to do the same thing to you. Just because one person didn't treat you right doesn't mean that another person's not going to. And maybe it's, they just showed me this, set a date. So maybe it's, you having a goal or a date to work towards that, by this time I'm going to, release this thing, and it gives you, I just heard the word closure. So I'm getting a lot of messages today. So maybe this is a way for you to possibly get some closure. If this person doesn't do the work and doesn't come towards you, it doesn't mean, you don't still walk your journey possibly without that person, but maybe you set a date, say, okay, well, if this person, and you don't even necessarily communicate that to this person. This is something that's for you and for your healing, that you say, okay, at this point, I'm going to, I'm working towards this goal, this date to heal myself. And at this point, I'm releasing this other thing, and I'm going to move forward. I'm going to plan on maybe meeting people and not allowing myself to hold myself back. So I just saw like a person, like standing in front of like a fire pit and like burning some letters or something. Releasing pain. So, maybe that's what my guides are asking you to do, is be able to maybe write down or journal some things of the past, maybe some things that hurt you, or what your expectations are or were, or anything you wanted to say to your twin, or anything to be able to give you the closure that you need. And just heard the word moon. So maybe they're wanting you to do some sort of moon ritual of releasing the past and burning whatever it is that you've gone through, writing on the piece of paper the things that you've gone through, and kind of burning that and just releasing it to spirit and releasing it to heaven and the angels and God, and just saying, you know what, I just release expectation. But it's a way, so it's really important right now for you guys to be able to heal. I just saw a girl like crying, and I just saw like a black heart. So yeah, so don't, make sure you guys are not hardening your hearts. And I just saw a heart, like the black heart, just like bloomed a flower. So this is that new beginning that Spirit is wanting you to be able to focus on. In this healing of your heart. There's somebody is really needing to do a lot of self-healing and self-care, showing yourself love, and releasing any pain in the past, releasing any hindrances, I just heard. Releasing the expectations, disappointments, any disappointments you've had. Like, just make sure you're writing all these things down, and just have a little ritual time with yourself and and ask the angels and your spirit guides to be there with you. So I just heard the word cord cutting and just saw like the sword again. So if there's anything toxic from your past, maybe look up too about how to do like a cord cutting with Archangel Michael to release yourself from anything toxic, anything that no longer serves you. And part of the reason why you and your twin may not have come together yet is because you also may have been avoiding the work and the healing. And they're saying that it's time for you to focus on yourself and do all these things and I just saw the person being lifted back up from sitting Indian style, being lifted up, and set your feet on solid ground, setting yourself on higher ground, and being able to move forward in healing and love and light. I just saw like almost like angels look sad. Like, I think it hurts their heart to see your heart hurt, and they don't want your heart to hurt anymore. So they want you to do the inner work. They want you to do the work. They want you to do some of these things that I've suggested, so that, whatever you feel comfortable with. I'm definitely not telling anybody what to do, but so that you can work on your healing, because they want you to be happy. I just saw the person, the lady, or it's lady or man, but I see a lady looking back up and smiling, and then I see like the butterfly is releasing. So they want you to transform as well, because you're a beautiful butterfly. I just heard I love you, and they love you. So I'm going to see if there's any other messages. And I actually feel like I'm being led to a different deck. I had some other decks that were here set aside. But I actually feel like I'm being, I feel like I'm being led to this one. This one. Oh gosh, jeez, I almost knocked my whole table over. Sorry, you guys. What messages do you have for the person that's watching, that's going through this twin flame journey? Look, you can't make this up. It literally flew out. Surrender. That is what this is saying. And then bottom of the deck is time. You're trying too hard. Give this time. Stop, don't try to force. I just saw like a square peg trying to go into a round hole. So don't try to force anything with the situation. You have to be able to release expectation. And see how this person looks like she's just like wanting to heal, kind of just this feeling of surrender. And knowing that you are loved, all of you is loved, and you are worthy. It says, at times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. And what, I knew I was being led to this deck. Like, what exactly have we actually been talking here through this entire reading? And it is coming to a place of surrender. Remember, I mean, they literally, this is also just confirms, you know, that I did see that fire and somebody writing all their expectations down and their disappointments and everything, and like putting it in the fire and doing maybe possibly even a cord cutting of anything that's toxic. Doesn't necessarily mean it releases anybody from you, but it possibly will take people that are toxic out of your life, but also release toxic behaviors and things just that no longer serve you. That will make you feel lighter and brighter and better. It makes you feel better. But you have to surrender the expectation. We have to release control in order and take a step forward in blind faith, trusting that the divine has got you. Whether it is with your person, you know, they have to do the work also. And if they've refused to, then it is, you know, possibly even somebody new. But you have to know that they've got this. They've got your back. And the more that we sit and cry or worry or, you know, have that rejection and abandonment mindset, we don't allow these abundant new beginnings to enter our life, whether it's our person or somebody new or whatever. That doesn't even matter. What it matters is that you are at a place of emotional fulfillment within yourself, with you and with spirit, the divine. You know, you got to get to a point where you don't need anybody else in order for somebody else to come in. And that's what this message is here. And not holding yourself back, but being at a place of surrender. That is what you're being called to do. And sometimes it's hard. And what I would do, and what I have done also in the past, if this helps you, is I've just said, you know, it's hard for me to surrender. I don't want to surrender because sometimes we have this fear. Well, what if this person doesn't come forward? Or, you know, what if we're going to be alone or whatever? And the divine is like that. It can't matter, you know, because what matters is you ultimately. And I would just say, I'm having a hard time to surrender. Help me surrender. Help me know. Give me signs, you know, synchronicities, whatever it is. Give me messages, you know, constantly just letting me know that everything is going to be okay. And that, you know, that you're with me, angels and spirit guides, you're with me as I surrender, that you've got me and you are holding me. And please don't let me go, but order my steps and the steps of those around me. Help me be who it is that you've made me to be. Help me surrender and heal my heart as I work on that and do that. All right, so I think that's the messages that they have for you. And it is a beautiful message. And I know a lot of times we want to see readings that says, oh, my twin's on their way, my twin's about to call me, you know, everything's going to be perfect. But sometimes, you know, part of this journey and part of the growth is recognizing that these messages are actually even a lot of times even more valuable than those others because they help us love ourselves. And that's what you're being called to do. And as you love yourself and release expectation, everything will come to you. All right, so I'm sending you guys so much love and light. I hope you were able to stick with me through the end. There was a lot of messages coming through, and apologize for being gone a little bit. And thank you so much for your patience. Sending you guys so much love and light. Bye.